Sziasztok, ez itt a GreenLight, folytatódik tovább Witcher 3, és akkor először is valami normális páncélt kell nézni. A kard az jó lesz, az acélkard, amit kaptunk. Az kibaszottul kurvásan jó lesz. Csak hogy most hogy megyünk le, vagy hogy megyünk föl, ez egy kibaszott érdekes dolog lesz. Mert innen azt hiszem kurvásan nem lehet jól izélni. Hát csúszunk egyet, hát most én. Ez az. Valami mindegy. Elég az Isten lovafaszám. A picsának vannak itt banditák. És tényleg. Napoznak, hogy a faszt van. Ez annyira érdekel, hogy mi a picsái vannak itt banditák. Telekúrtam páncéltörővel, ez már nem lesz egyszerű. Nézzük a mappot. Igen. Hajózunk egy kicsit, arrébb hajóztam már. Ott van a csónak. Sok mocsol a geci. Jó, csak 15. szintűek. Ebből kell befuttattam volna a bokorba. Fokozógépet. Egy farkas. Farkas beleztek kéten. Hajózzunk észak fele. Egyes Oxenfordban telhetünk rá az igazi páncélkészítőkre. Akarom magam, mert viszketek, mint a kurva isten. Le lehet írva a fejemről a haj. Na, le lett mosva, de nem tudom, a fülem valami baszkólik tőle. Csípja. Ott van a barlangrendszer, ahol Olgird megszokta a faszt, de az ördög még jobban megszokta tehát. Milyen kis sziget. Nézzük egy mappet. Mi lehet itt ezen a szigeten? Hát, ez lenne a Geralt sziget, ez lakatos. Lakatos, lakatlan. Igen, itt egyszer már voltam. Tök cuki ez a sziget, ez teljesen jó lenne. De saját háznak meg kis palotát építem. Ott van Oxenford. Itt az időben tuszamba verni a faszunkat. Kár, hogy ez a elhagyatott itt. Az a kis erőd. Hogy itt vannak a izék? Elképzelhető. Nem lett kifosztott. Pedig itt már voltam itt is. És ott jelzi a kincset még mindig. Ezt nem a Nilfgaardiak kapták meg? De. Nem a kincset jelzi.
Buying or just perusing?
Anyádat megbaszom. Te buzi geci.
Show me what you've got on offer.
Anyádat megbaszom. Na, csicska vagy. Csicska vagy Nilfgaardi, csicska geci vagy. Vérbeli. Szarházi csicska vagy. Nem. Meteor ezüst lemez. Ezt vehetünk. Mi van itt? Sötét acéllemez. Mi is ez? Meteor ezüstrúd. Vehetjünk azt is. Ez az. Nos, felmondom, hogy mi lesz a téma. Mindent eladunk. Tényleg ezt is ilyen nevetséges pénzeki adnád el, te faszopó. Milyen kő ez? Ezt is meg. Ez nagy kő marad. Kis kő. Nagy kő. Nagy kő. Kis kő. Ezeket mindig alattuk. Ez is mehet. Ezt meghagyjuk. Ez a baj, hogy hát jó fagyás, az kell. Kábaság, menjen a picsába. Így. Égés. Mennyi van? 5 maradhat. Égés, fagyás. Vérzés. Picsába menjen. Így. Páncéltörő. Égés. Kú. Leszázalékoljuk a szemetet. Mi ez? Queen maradjon. Ard. Az a baj, hogy nem használunk árdizét. Axit használunk. Irden. Nem. Ard. Jól van. Kú. Na, visszajött a pénzünk. Igen, hogy sok mindent eladtam. Viszont sok mindennel könnyebb lett az meteor ezüst, meg ilyenek, ezek kellenek. Meg hát meg kíméltük sok szemét tőle ezért.
So long.
Sok fölösleges szarott át. Mi? Milyen érdekes, egy nagy Nilfgaardi bázis áll az izénél. Egy nagy Nilfgaardi bázis áll az izébe. Oxenfurtól kb. 100 méterre. Ez is érdekesség. Érmoha. 100 méterre? Hát annyira se. Tessék, üzleteltem a Nilfgaardiakkal, mert a Nilfgaardiak királyok. Nézzük tovább. Kanyar. Ezek miért katonák itt? Csak nem redálni. Hogy valami, tudja a fasz. Sok mocsola geci. Épp volt. Megtaláltam a folyó közepén lévő egyetlen egy zátonyt. áthajózzunk a tower alatt. És így. Ez az. Kellően összetörtem a hajót, most itt el kéne süllyeszteni. Ez az, ezt szeretem én látni. Nem megy az aljára? Hát tud menni. Hát. Húziredálni, gecik. Ez itt jót tesz ott a hajólapátnak, ott az a kis elsüllyedt sónak az izén. Ugorjunk át redálni katonákat. Itt van Sani. Itt van Sani. Itt van hát. Köszönjük el a rimánktól. Hagyott nekünk valamit. Oh, Olgir for Everik kártya. Baszd meg. Ez király. Ez kibaszott jó. Ennyi, ez volt az egész raktár. Igen, ez. Olgir von Everik ventlap. Tűnik Sanik kivonult a sztoriból. Sajnos. Még mondta, hogy látogassam meg, hát meglátogattam. Borbély bácsi. Fölösleges a ezért. Szakállat megigazítjuk. Bajusz és pamatszakál. Ez eddig bevált, ez vált be a legjobban. Kell egy hajvágás is. Hosszúra, lazára. Ez már rég volt. Úgy nézzünk ki, mint a Ramirez a hegylakóból. Király.
So long.
Hát csak egy katona hiányzik, fehérnyelű katona hiányzik a kezéből. Hát long live, de meghalt bazd meg, mert kinyirattam a gecibe. Csicskák.
Those armies across the river. Greetings again. So, you got a job for me, an interesting one.
Bizony. Szeretném, ha elkészítené nekem
You're in
valamit.
luck. I actually do have a special order for you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Mark my words, you'll be satisfied.
Nagyon sok nyersanyagot szereztem most. Miért kéne? 38. szintű vagyok. Miért kellene építetni? 36-os. Ősi nép csizma az van nálam, de sötét acél rúd az kéne még. Na nézzük meg. 36. szintű, ég veled.
So long.
Nézzük meg inventoriba, hogy ez hanyadik szintű. 35. Szerintem ez maradhat. Oké, csizma kipipálva. Nézzük tovább.
Greetings again.
Pussolj. Elnyomjuk. Csizmák rendben vannak. Nézzük a kesztyűket. Fejlesztés? Mit tud ez a rónakő? Üres kard foglalata. Kesztyű. 38. szint, valószínűleg 31. Kesztyűvel biztos, hogy jók vagyunk. 30 Imperals el is készítettem. Tiszenni páncél, hát ez gyalázat. Pedig rengeteg Mahakami nadrág, hát igen. Mahakami nadrág. Mi kell hozzá? Sötét acéllemez, ami egyik leggecibb. Készítsük el. Oké, egy nadrágot tudtunk csinálni, ami majd jó lesz. Hát ez elég gyászosan indulunk itt csatába. Bár Everik kardja az mindig jó jön. Az offieri szabját eladtam, minek lesz még, nem akarok 2 offier szabját. Fölösleges. Úgyhogy tűzhetünk a gecibe. Aztán Olgird, azt hiszem, az pont lehet használni a temeriaihoz, mert a redániak és a temeriaiakat azt lehet egy pokliba használni. Akkor a szemszögből faszok. Nem mint hogyha szétgvintezném az agyamat, de... Gyerünk a cicafogadóba. Kőfaragó? Tényleg? Hát ez nem nagyon. Motherfucker cocktail.
This be the witchman, the freak of nature.
A freak ezzét a cigány, mert megbaszta. Addig még tart a beszéd. Elmegyek anyádat megbaszni. Nem, ezért lesz.
Found your message on a notice board.
Elmegyek citromlé, meg édesítőszerért.
The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Legyezőjének.
Milton de Peyrac Peyran and Palmer de Lawnfall. Good to see you both. Years.
In short, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our surroundings.
Forgive me.
When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings.
Yo.
He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some
Best
squabble.
Hollywood.
Discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. The tyranny of bandits the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads.
Anyámmal rendeltünk ilyen világítós festményeket. Neonzölden világít, ilyen galaxist rendeltek. Lefilmezem. Sötétbe is.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Parmeran wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all
Ez teljesen jó, hogy tuszalni lovagok avatkoznak bele a Temeriának a belügyeibe. De is már Temeria újra létezik. Létrejöhetett újra, hogy megöltük Radovidot. És így van Temeria, szabad Temeria megint. Nilfgaard vazallus államaként.
Let us go out to greet them.
Mennek ribancokat baszni.
Hark! Contemptible cars!
Az ilyenek ellen azért nem állnék ki. Már nem azért.
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Leszenek egy süket fülek.
Seems to me they're unmoved.
You tried, my friend.
We've talked enough. I challenge you all to combat. By my honor. For Toussaint.
For Beauclair. By the crane, defend yourselves.
Francos kurva anyátokat. No, de jó lesz. Zorgot megkúrjuk elsőnek. És tényleg a ló, kötekszik a ló. Próbál fellúgni a ló, bazzak komolyan. Vele a tömegbe, ugyan, minden, ez igaz vérben egy csata. Ez a vérfürdő, bazzak. Kellett ez nektek, buzerásra. Na, te ne fussál, te kis köcsög. Ja, ne bazzak, fölsz.
Not good.
Nem állunk jól. Ez honnan szerint? Nem állunk jól, biztos? Egy meccset nézünk mi? Van ez Zorg, itt volt Zorga, de látod? Nem fasz a gyerek? Jó, elejtette az zét. Biztos, hogy egy meccset nézünk? Várjál, pofárúgaló, ha ide megyek? Várjál. Na? Pofárogsz, te köcsög, gyere! Na, most rúgjál. Na? Ezért pofárúgatom magam a lóval, ezek az viccesen. Na? Hülye fasz! Meg az is hülye, hogy ezek killódnak azon az egy buzeráns banditával. Jó.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
It is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend.
Ó, ez a Taurus pajzs, az úgy nézett
Come,
ki.
Geralt.
Használhattam volna
It's time we delivered
csatában.
our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved.
Az aranyvörös, az
Answer
jó
you
néz ki
now our
egyben.
present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you.
Slenderman, bazd meg.
and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others.
Ja,
not
Tucson
just
is
to
egy
her
vazallus
racist
ország
subjects.
egyébként.
Got it. For an aristocrat
A vaják
dies, at
világában.
best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident. Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, and heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar.
Nem volt az
A
evő.
night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or
Elegáns ez
reason
a
we can
boszorkány
discern.
vadászruha, de azért na, mégis.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
A lovak geciú néznek ki benne, ez az aranypáncél. Itt hagyjuk ezt a fostalicska velent végre. Novigrádot is, minden. Ha kijátszottam, akkor se lesz teljesen vége. Ki fogom nullázni a játékot. Teljesen. Először Toussannal kezdem, utána folytatom Velennel, és majd aztán a Skellige. Az összes kérdőjelet megcsinálok, mindent megcsinálok, amit tudok. Amit enged. De azt hiszem, akkor egy tele lesz, tehát ha kijátszuk a játékot, egy csomó kérdőjel szabadul fel, tehát utána is lehet vele játszani. Csak győzzem a questeket megcsinálni.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Meg a buzeránsok.
Exactly how I remembered it.
Mert egy printet nyomunk mindjárt, meg kurva jól néz ki a táj.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Meg golyat. Nem lett volna egyszerűbb megkerülni azt a kurva malmot, már nem azért. Action. Be se érjük a kurva országba már, az, hogy be kell baszni valakinek a fejét.
Show me what you got.
Mondom, hogy pajzsot tettem magamra. De csak rám támad ez a buzerás, na. Nekem nem kell a golyat fej, kurva életet.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
Hát, el kell fogadnom sajnos.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Tucson, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion
Tele
at
lesz
the head
a
of a
honzával az
monstrosity,
egész
as the
majd.
famed
Ez
Gottfried,
elég geci.
known as the giant killer,
Elég
did.
gecinyelő lesz
don't mean to hunt the
megcsinálni
beast,
ezt
I
a
hope.
questeket.
The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Kokrisznak mondják a
Securing the
baziliszkust,
area?
érdekes.
Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Allahu Akbar, bazd meg az anyád. Így. Kisebb kés nem volt, amivel a fejeket vágják, ma nem az úgy. Már is megléptük az egyik szintet. Meditáció, hát mindenféleképpen a diszciplinákra szeretném rakni. Mégis ez Igniel, Ardiel. Igniel, hogy az Axit tovább tudjuk húzni. Úgy.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Nagyon szép ez a vidék. Picit ilyen Skyrim-es beütése van, mármint a ambientnek. De ez azért Skyrim-ek se közelíti, ezerszer szebb a Skyrimnál. Jó, hát mondjuk Skyrim 2011-eshez, meg azt hiszem 2016-ban csinálták a Blood and Wine. Nem mindegy, 5 év van a két játék között.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
A lovat lepateroltuk oda, itt sprintelve megyünk tovább. Kár, hogy őt is megöli majd a vámpír.
No one here. They must have removed
Tudtuk felszállni a lovára?
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
Orenek, minek vannak itt orenek, bazd meg?
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank. I will fell you all!
Got guests. Careful.
Mi az Isten? Vakonc! Ez ott a bűzdémon, csak egy magasabb szintű. Gondolom robbannak ezek. Bizony. Kilövi a tüskéket. Oh, the glory! Abban meg egymásba lövik legalább a kurva tüskét, az jó lesz. Ez durván néz ki.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Igen, ez bűzdémonnak egy fajtája ez. Nyomkodom én itt azért lábnyomokat nézegetem, de hát nem adja. Nem adja meg. Itt van egy piros.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Szörnyű, hogy...
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
Nagyszerű.
Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Szép. Vászon. Megvan a kendő, megvan.
Silk kerchief,
Kibelezett hal, tudod
monogrammed
tevező,
DLC.
elteszi.
A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Palack. Poncsó.
Notice anything interesting?
Alas, nothing.
Hát ez látod, keresett biztos, ja. Ült a picsáján, nem csinál semmit. Csicska. Csicska vagy? Megvannak.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere.
De a
Need
lecsóba
to find out
közepébe.
where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be.
Lacroix.
Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so.
Mint Los Angeles
Well.
egykori vámpír,
Long
Ventru
past.
hercege.
We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of
Kár, hogy a
extremes,
nagy becses
standing
lovagok
by his companions,
széterőszakoltak
no
egy
matter the
kislányt.
odds,
Ez
fighting
mivel
his
kiderül
foes
majd a
to the
játék
bitter end.
végén, rommá
Foes.
szakolták
You have a lot of them?
királynőnek
He
a
did.
kisugát.
But I do not see what
Hogy a
that has to
nővérét.
do with the beast. Ah,
Basszapó.
Geralt, You've struck a
Valami
raw
szinte
nerve.
megérdemelték ők is a halálukat.
Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest.
Mi értelme?
In fact, I feared I would return too late to fulfill my
Lehúzza
duty.
a kardot, amikor
Seems
izé.
I've arrived in the nick of time. Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
The famed Witcher from the north.
Huh?
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Pöti.
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac-Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld
Kíváncsi vagyok,
a
hogy kánikulában miért van
sky.
begyújtva.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac-Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Like Milton said, I've come from the north at the Duchess's behest to deal with the beast.
Yes, yes, but who are you? A knight? A mercenary? A soldier?
Geralt is a witcher, a master of his trade. He has questions for you about the beast's most recent victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as
Keverjünk egy
blood.
újabb kört.
Ask Geralt, please. We shall be here till winter.
Szopassuk.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What
Megdugta.
happened then?
Mind a négy felét.
Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned
Igazuk
with
is jó.
guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corfo Bianco to keep it cool. See?
Vörös boros pincébe egy 4 bevágott hullát tárolni.
When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Itt a kis Bruxa.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
De senkinek sem tűnt fel.
The innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rossel now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Rossel he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one throw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the country, they're now defenders of their own touches.
Why, you insolent.
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort.
Lángoló rózsa
Her
lovagai.
Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen.
Azért a lovagi gúnya is teljesen más északon, mint Tuszánban azért. Van különbség, hogy a Gerálton is lovagi gúnya van. Mondjuk az Impera Dandárvérd az faszán nézett. Azért az komoly van. Ez volt ilyen faszán, mint ez. Hát, sajnos az alapjátékban volt megfelelő. Az Impera. Mit tudunk venni? Mert vannak ezek még ventlapok is.
You must have your pick of the ladies. Normally I'd encourage you to try our famed fisherman's chowder. But alas, we are all out of crayfish.
A fogadósok is jobb.
Replace them with something else. Perch, for example.
Replace crayfish with fish? I beg you. What next? Vinegar for wine? Parsley for thyme? Huh? Your Nordlings are a pleasant lot, but about cuisine you know nothing.
Got any gossip? Fishermen talking about anything interesting?
Yes, about a Nordling who would replace crayfish with pike.
Asked a serious question.
And a tactless one. I do not eavesdrop on my clients, and I certainly don't repeat anything I chance to hear.
Mutasd, mit van, te fasz.
Show me what you got in stock.
Ventlap. Mennyibe kerül? Ködárny. Sears. Növgárdi. Szörnyek. Növgárdi. Szörnyek. Szörnyek. Basznád meg. Úristen, mennyibe került valami. Jó, én leszarom. Katakán trófea. Ez az. Ez így zseniális. Na! Ilyenekből gazdagodtunk meg. Xenoboxot kurvára nem kéne adni. Hát ezt nem tudjuk eladni, ez a baj. Rothadt hús? Azt eladjuk. Régi kecskebőr. Szarvasbőr. Egyet el tudtunk adni. Oké, kifosztottuk teljesen.
Thanks. So long.
Oh, dear fellow, with a fish hook like that, you must have your pick of the ladies.
Kis kenyeret betoltunk az arcunkba.
There was a time the knights would simply drive off that sort of rabble.
Na nézzük meg itt a táblákat. Így.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
A Corvo Bianco lesz a saját birtokunk. Kár, így le van pukkanva az egész.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
Csicsat, már megy is ez egy picsázás.
Damn it. Killer must still be here.
Kell fosztani őket? Honnan jött ki a köcsög?
In the cellar. Gotta be. Claw wounds. From 5 separate claws. Spread of a small human hand.
Nézzük meg ezeket a gárdista páncélokat. 2-10. A Mahakami nadrág, azt már föl is vehetjük. 79. 85. 25-25, leütéses, vágásos. 25-25. Hát... elég lepro. Marad az. Marad bizony.
Footprints. Small bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Hurled against the wall with great force. Used this to batter down the grate. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Bizony. Esztelen súnetta.
You. Saw you at the inn.
Huh.
Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood. don't have to fight.
Hát de, muszáj.
You are wrong.
I cannot let you leave.
Alkímia. Vámpír elleni olaj. Ez harc közben nem. Semmi baj. Milyen olajunk van? A szádat most már bazd meg az anyádat! Kurva bruxa, geci! Fasz bruxa, geci! Kurva anyádat! Kurva anyádat! Mondom, hogy szar ez a páncél, nem oknékül akartam ezt lecserélni. Szelítízős kurva anyádat! Szétbaszlak! Sarokba került itt a ribonc. Mocskos bruxa, geci, bazd meg. Erről lesz szétbaszni a fejedet. Mi van?
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
Na nézzük csak.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins.
Király.
Elf Guardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Corvo bianco.
Giddy up.
Oh, fuck. Álljon beléd.
Whoa there, Roach.
Na, kövessük az utacskát. Igen. Összezavar ez a kurva térkép mindig. Páva gecikkel van tele az egész. Mi van, cakat lögdössük fel.
Is it not instant and business?
What?
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But Sir Palmerin, what about the story of the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Nem, az győz, aki mindig...
Much as we might not like it, virtue's got nothing to do with it. Victory goes to the stronger.
So, is there no point to being virtuous?
Not what I said.
Then what's needed to vanquish villains?
A sharp sword and some skill.
But what if there's lots of villains and they've sharp swords too? And lots of skill?
That's where virtue starts to matter. Because they say the gods reward the virtuous after death.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Szopatja őket.
Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
Lesz egy kis boss fight.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Az állat kínzás csúnya.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Jó, fölbasszák az agyát neki.
Got a bad feeling about this. Damn it.
Fasz!
We have to help him.
Nem nagyon bírja már az öreg.
Gotta keep it down.
The beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked into earth.
Come on.
Szóval nem is nagyon lehet sebezni, hogyha bemegy ebbe a embriófóliba.
Give fight to the beast, its plans confound.
El kell onnan menni. De jó, hogy engem akar megütni. Én basztam fel a legjobban. Mérgezés. Aztán páncéltörőt, vagy mérgezéses cuccot tettem a kardon? Shit. Invertori. A kard is egy rakás szarral használ.
Drink up the ocean and set fire to the wood, for nothing in this struggle can come to any good. The witcher waited till the time was true, then 12 danced and spun, struck the monster right through.
Kapod ki a anyádból az alvat gecit, te! Gömböc faszom! Gömböc gecit. Ez hogy a kurva anyja? Ez a csicska meg tudott. Pont abba kurult be. Pont akkor akartam a páncélt bekapcsolni, bazd meg. A rohadt kurva anyádat. Hát. Mi volt ez, bazd meg? Hú, azt majd mi lesz boss fightkor? Na akkor fogom széttaposni a gépet, mert ez egy nagyon olá cigányság lesz, bazd meg. Amit majd be fogok művelni. Ez a szar megöl, hát ez hihetetlen. Pedig ez sose ölt meg ez a fos. Kétszer küzdöttem meg vele, soha nem ölt meg az. Persze, most a gameplay ide alatt kell.
Gotta keep it down.
The beast heaved its foul girth, let loose a roar, and knocked him to earth. Then down came the Witcher in one mighty bound. Give fight to the beast, its plans confound. Out, out, and thus the Witcher's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas.
Olá, te cigány vagy, te olá vagy. Oké. Ez az.
Damn it.
Ízre kell váltani. Menj már onnan, te fasz!
Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds.
Nézzük meg az axit, hogy milyen, az elég magas. Hú, fölborult!
The Witcher waited till the time was true, then twirled, danced, and spun, struck the monster right through. Like a bow who leaves at a love's first spurt, so the Witcher ruled the Selma, then its foul heart burst. God's knife, free freight, its racers...
Menj már onnan, te állat, fasz fel, nézd meg rá!
Blood transforms into jelly. Alas, Palmerin lies prostrate. He has breathed his last breath. A great secret, and bravely unto death.
Damn, you're ugly. Shit.
Nehéz legalább nyomom a space, azt nem tudok kitérni. Ez az. Na kíváncsi leszek, hogy mivel meghalt a bár.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade.
Legalább azt a kurva madaras questet nem kell megcsinálni, ez a hülye gyerek nem biztos.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Na megkímélem azért is.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help. Guillaume?
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Hát oltsuk le.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
Mm-hmm. What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged and quartered.
Igen, mert szarrá csart a Dandelion ezt a kis királynétet.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Menyétke.
Greetings.
Aki olvasta a könyvet, az tudja, miről van szó.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through a careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
Kifejezetten szar volt.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Ez nem igaz.
No, Your Grace. Usually we just ask for gold.
The response we expected. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You'll doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city, there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark.
Ramon Dulac.
Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur?
Igen,
Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feast-goers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword
Seggébe pedig egy szamárfasz dugtak, bazd meg.
He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor and compassion.
Miért éppen ezekre?
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it.
Victims were all humiliated.
Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious.
Peyrac-Peyren,
Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
Belesett a suna alá azért.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Akarja adni, geci. Verj neki le egyet. Jaj, Istenki. Action music.
Let's go! Your Grace seems right at home in a saddle.
Death's a face no
Fire the way I said!
Ugye beírjuk a rimát.
It's here, just round the corner.
Hurry.
Szóval királynő nyakába ugrottam.
The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
What was that?
We've no time to lose. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Fasza! Szabd le magad!
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs round over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher.
A répa kell, hogy meg egy kis axi, azt hiszem.
If one were to call a state courageous or cowardly,
the guesses shall be.
The Butcher of Bluffigan called to be the savior of Tucson.
This is no truth.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Oh, fuck. Mi ez itt? Gigantus szirmok, vagy mi a kurva isten ez? Mi ez? Nézzük.
Roach won't eat bread either, except if it's stale. Roach likes carrots. Maybe unicorn will too.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I tell you.
Puszolja már be! Tényleg le kell gyalogolni.
What would you say to a delicious crunchy carrot? Easy.
De az axi az könnyebb lett volna.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Mentés. Azt már szeret is. Hát megetettük egy kis répával, azt már Le is szopja a faszomat.
Fire eater? Who invited him?
Baba!
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the?
Szóval pont az orrom elől fogják elhúzni, ha minden igaz. Cukor. Tofi. Tofifi. Cukor. Ez lesz az. Ez a fej, bazd meg.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Ez gerált a tirpák.
A key.
Nice.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Megy le a nap, bár a itteni vámpírokat nem zavarja a napnyugta. Pacinger itt van, ahol hagytuk. Ott hát. Idézőjeles unikornisra felszállunk. Ami csak natúr fehér paci. Pávák nagyon nem szeretnek. Unikornis baleset történt a várban, de el kell használni. Halálra gázolt meg valami gyereket egy unikornissal. Egy bunkó lenne már azért. Tényleg?
Slower.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Bassza meg az anyját. Hol kell menni? Dehogy nem. Meg is duglag, bazd meg. Nemes asszony. Lófasz és a vörös szonja. Az meg.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. Or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
Igen. Add oda, te fasz!
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Fogalmam sincs hol. Ugye, üvegházban van.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And giant mouse with a head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several
Mangi.
greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one with gold locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Én előnyben vagyok, már egyszer kijátszottam ezt a gémet. Na, 40. szint.
Wait here.
Na, hogy már begyere, bazd meg. Hülye bitch. Vakard a segged odakint. De ez száll izével. Pendelybe majd bemegy, úgy gondolt. Meg is ölte a faszopó. Urva szádat toszold meg között.
What the butch?
What the fuck? Geralt majd lerendezi a köcsög Detlafnak a száját szétkenegeti. Ezzel a puki karddal kell megölnöm, vagy fájtolnom vele, bazd meg. Megöl. Ez majd a játék végén. Ez a kard már szerintem a Heart of Stone-ba is szar volt, már nem azért.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Egy sem. Meg király vagyok.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Kill again.
Pajzs a legfaszább. Verjem a kurva anyát. Egyébként útkor elsők majdnem megöltem. Kurva szádat. Elkenegetem az arcocskádat, te barom szád. Fasz! Fasz vagy. Invertori. Kovácsoljuk meg harc közben a páncélzatot, ami egyat a baromság, de... Puki kar, puki ezüst kar. Hílelnéd magad, te ringyó. Hát nem. Simán megöltem volna. Még ezzel a puki karddal is.
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
A regisztesó, benne volt a vajáklegényekbe. És a nagy gonosz mágus végzett vele, elégette.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend.
Az a hülyeség, hogy a ruha is regenerálódik rajta.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peaceful, mind you, but were I human,
elégette. Volt egy vámpír ellenézéje.
I'm sorry. What happened?
Varázslata.
It was my fault. Never got
De
a
úgy
chance
majdnem
to apologize.
megfinglatta.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Kár, hogy Milvát sajnáltam belőle a legjobban amúgy.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlaf. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlaf is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlaf is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Magasról teszek. Az indítékára. Hülye gyökér.
Everyone's got their reasons, but he's crossed a line. Want him to stop. Don't give a damn why he's doing it.
Perhaps you should. Motivations change the contours of all situations. A thief who steals to feed his family versus one who steals out of greed. Would you not treat them differently?
Mean to suggest Detlaf's killing out of some worthy, dire need?
I merely suggest he's not a bloodthirsty monster who murders simply for the joy of it. That's just not him. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlaf, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Detlaf an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlaf found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice.
To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains? He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood.
Még Detlef minden vámpíron segít,
Do you know
mondjuk.
what that means
Ez
to a
kiderült a
vampire?
játékból.
The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this?
Fasz az ősi név csizma véráton. Elég sok fajtája van. Azt hittem majdnem mindegyik szinten megtalálható ez a típusú tünde csizma.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, inventing his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Na csá! Proteán 5. A gangrelek használták ezt a ködállat.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Hát Miltonnak nem kellett volna segbe basznia talán ezért. Hercegnőnek a nővérét, azt nem lett volna kivégezve. Nos. Dobunk egy mentést. Meditálunk 1 órát. Szétnézünk. Bizonylat, minek a bizonylat? Jó van. Nostrix. Hülye vagyok, mint a segg, de nem baj. És most köszönök el.